Today we're going to be talking about Martinmas and the man behind the feast day.
Saint Martin.
The story of Martinmas. Saint Martin was born in Pannonia, modern Hungary, and his father was a Roman soldier. At age 15, he became a cavalry soldier.
I can't imagine what it's like to be a soldier at 15. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Was he forced into that, or was it?
It was a requirement
to
go into the military.
Yeah.
Austin, what do you think it would be like to become a soldier at 15?
Fun.
Fun.
Hey Penelope, can you tell us the Irish word for Martinmas?
Yes. I love Martin.
Good job.
Amazing.
Good. Who
That is
said
good.
so he gonna do the Irish word for me?
That's true.
Yeah, and you did it
You did very well.
Do you know
Alright.
that Bama is an Irish word?
Oh yeah, Burma Isa is an Irish word.
In Ireland, they used to celebrate Martinmas, which marked the end of the harvest season and the beginning of winter.
During this time, they would stock up on geese and cockerel.
This is what a cockerel looks like, if you're wondering.
And they would eat it during Martinmas.
Yes.
Or what?
Yes.
No, what's the Irish word?
I love Martin.
Oh my gosh, you remember it.
Remembered.
Good job.
I remembered it again.
She's good. No, she's good. But by the 20th century, a lot of these traditions faded away, and it's less celebrated in Ireland now.
Martinmas is popular in Germany. The schools often organize celebrations. The children make paper lanterns to parade in the streets, and my mom has a lot of fond memories of it.
Yeah, growing up in Germany.
Yeah.
The children are often led by someone dressed as Saint Martin through the streets, and usually that person will wear a red cloak and will ride a white horse. Grandma used to pick up Stutenkerl,
An American might call it a Stutenkirl.
but that would be incorrect.
Yes. Japanese might call it Stutenkirl.
I cannot remember it, man.
Stutenkerl.
Stutenkerl. I don't know. That
Stutenkerl.
sounds Irish. I have no idea, man.
It doesn't matter, I said it. The bread man often has a white pipe which he holds in his hand, and he has black eyes and buttons all down his shirt.
Sounds like quite the jolly individual.
Yes.
He sounds like,
Does that mean?
like the jolly individual.
Yes. An ancient tradition of Martinmas is to light bonfires on Martinmas Eve and dance around it and leap over the flames.
Now we're going to tell all you old folks the story of Martinmas. This is the story of Saint Martin. Long ago, in the days when emperors ruled from Rome and mighty soldiers rode on horseback through distant lands, there lived a young man named Martin. Martin was born in a place called Pannonia, far across the sea, in the year 316. His father was a soldier in the great Roman army, and when Martin was but a boy of 15 years, he too was made to serve as a cavalry soldier, riding swift horses and wearing the proud red cloak of Rome. Though Martin was a soldier, his heart was gentle and kind. He had heard the teachings of Christians who spoke of loving one's neighbor and helping the poor. These words stirred something deep within Martin's soul, though he had not yet been baptized into the Christian faith. Day after day, Martin rode through the towns and villages of Gaul, the land we now call France, doing his duty as a Roman soldier, but always watching out for those in need.
One bitter winter's day, when Martin was stationed near the city gates, a terrible snowstorm descended upon the land. The wind howled like wolves in the forest, and the snow fell so thick and fast that a man could scarce see his hands before his face. The cold was cruel and biting, the kind of cold that seeps into one's very bones and makes even the bravest soldier long for hearth and home. As Martin rode his horse through the city gates, he saw a sight that made him rein in his steed and stop. There, huddled against the ancient stone wall, sat a beggar, a poor wretched soul with no cloak, no shoes, and barely any rags to cover his shivering frame. The beggar's lips were blue with cold. His fingers were like ice, and his whole body trembled as the cruel wind whipped around him. The people of the city hurried past, drawing their warm cloaks tighter about themselves, but none stopped to help the freezing man. Martin looked down at the beggar and his heart was moved with great compassion. But what could he do? He had already given away all of his coins to other poor folk along the road. He had no food to offer, no extra cloak to spare. Then Martin looked down at the red military cloak that hung about his own shoulders, the very cloak that marked him as a soldier of Rome. It was all he had to keep himself warm on this bitter night. But without a moment of hesitation, Martin drew his soldier's sword from his sheath. The blade gleamed in the gray winter light as he raised it high. Then, with one swift stroke, he cut his cloak in half and gave it to the beggar. He took one half of the cloak and wrapped it gently around the beggar's trembling shoulders. The other half he placed about himself, though it left him but poorly covered against the winter storm. The beggar looked up at Martin with eyes full of wonder and gratitude. He clutched the warm cloth close and blessed the kind soldier who had shared what little he possessed.
Martin rode on through the snow. His heart was warm, though his body was cold. That night, when he lay down to sleep in his soldier's quarters, he had the most wondrous dream. In his dream, Jesus Christ himself appeared to Martin, and Jesus was wearing the very half of the cloak that Martin had given to the beggar. Around Jesus stood a great company of angels, bright and shining. And Jesus spoke, saying to the angels, "Martin, who is not yet baptized, has clothed me with this garment." When Martin awoke from his dream, he understood at last the great truth: whatever kindness we show to the least and the poorest among us, we show to God himself. Soon after, Martin left his life as a soldier and was baptized as a Christian. He became a monk, devoting his life to prayer and helping the poor. His fame for holiness and charity spread throughout the land. Though Martin tried to live a quiet life, the people loved him so dearly that they wished to make him Bishop of Tours. Martin was humble and did not want such a great honor, so he hid himself away in a barn among the geese. But the geese, silly birds that they are, honked and squawked so loud that the people found Martin's hiding place. And so, against his wishes, but in answer to the people's prayers, Martin became Bishop of Tours.
Bishop Martin never forgot the lesson of that winter's day. For the rest of his life, he traveled throughout the countryside, preaching, healing the sick, and always, always helping those in need. He shared whatever he had with the poor, just as he had shared his cloak with the beggar so long ago. When Martin died on the 8th day of November in the year 397, the people mourned him greatly. They buried him with honor on the 11th of November, and that day has been kept as his feast day ever since, for more than 1,600 years.
To this very day, good children in many lands remember St. Martin on the 11th of November. In Germany, they make bright lanterns and walk through the dark streets singing songs of saints' kindness. And whenever we see someone cold or hungry or lonely, we remember the lessons that St. Martin learned long ago, that in helping the least among us, we serve God himself. For as the old saying teaches, what you do for the poor soul, you do for the Lord. Oh, what's up, baby?
The instrument.
We're doing the instruments now.
Oh, we gotta do the instruments.
Yay!
Okay, we can do the instruments now.
Michael starts.
Now we could do living on red now. Thank you. Now we could do living on red now.
Ooh, that worked.
That's all for today.
We hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to check out the links in the description.
What are the links in the description?
What are the links in the description?
Okay, quick.
This is.
Quick, Senzo, we're standing. We only have
we're
about
breaking
20
the fourth
seconds
wall
left.
Yeah,
here.
we gotta
right?
hurry.
We're breaking the fourth wall.
Goodbye.
Slangafon. Bye.
Bye.
Kiss potato.
Tamagoma. Make sure you come to one of our live concerts. It's so much fun. All our tour dates are listed on our website at theroyalkellys.com. That's where you can see if we're performing in your area. Also, we keep developing original artwork for our band merchandise like t-shirts. So make sure to check out what's new at our online store. All details are in the description as well. We had so much fun entertaining you today. Thank you for watching.